Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you're having a blessed and wonderful day. Um, so as we know, today's election day. The midterm elections are coming to an end, or will be tonight. So everybody, Democrats are scurrying up, the Republicans are scurrying up, trying to get those last minute votes. With it being election day and all. And this is just a precursor, of course, to the presidential election in 2024, which is, a couple of years away, as we know. But I have a feeling, and I told my brother this, a good friend of mine. I told him this back in March of 2021, a year and a half ago. I told him 2 months, now mind you, 2 months after Jim Crow Joe was inaugurated as president. I told him, I said, I believe that the Republicans are going to take the House and the Senate. I truly believe that the Republicans with three Ks, Republicans are going to take back the. They're just going to be. It's going to be a red wave. They're going to take the House back and the Senate. And I said after it's a red wave, they're going to go after Jim Crow Joe and Dr. Doom, Dr. Fauci. They're going to go after them too. They're going to go after, excuse me, they're going to try to impeach Jim Crow Joe and bring charges up against Fauci, aka Dr. Doom. I'm telling you, I'm telling you. I said this back in March of 2021. My like I said, my brother, he could attest to this. I told him that. And he said, "You think so?" I said, "Yeah." And I'm saying it now. And the reason why I said it then is because of these mandates. They told us we couldn't travel if we didn't get jabbed. They told us we couldn't go to sporting events, concerts, eat at restaurants. You couldn't do anything. You couldn't do anything without getting a jab. It was so unconstitutional. People couldn't send their children to school. People lost their jobs over a lie. We later find out that the jab doesn't work, which we have been saying from day one, but we were called kooks, conspiracy theorists. But we've been saying that. We have been saying it since day numero uno. But we were spreading misinformation. I got my podcast taken off of here on YouTube because, and it was the truth what I was saying, because Governor Pretty Boy Newsom, Clark Kent, was around giving out millions of dollars to people who got jabbed. Look it up. He was. There was a lottery drawing for people who got the jab. I think it got up to $1 million. I know it's $500,000. It may have gotten up to $1 million. Then they were giving people free donuts, free chicken sandwiches, free pitchers of beer, all this BS. And I said in that podcast, it was June of 2021. I never forget it. Matter of fact, June 4th. I uploaded it on here on YouTube and they took it down that same night. They said I was spreading misinformation. And all I said was that these mandates, trying to get people to get these jabs, it's ruthless. I said what they're doing is ruthless. And I was deemed as spreading misinformation. And it was reported on the news what they were doing. So how is that misinformation? If anything, where I got it from and where I saw it, wouldn't that be misinformation? But that's okay to say that. But because I don't fit the liberal agenda, the narrative, then I'm spreading misinformation. And I was reporting the same thing they were reporting, but I just said it was ruthless. And see, this is what pissed people off. You can't go to work. You can't send your kids to school. You can't travel. You can't enjoy life. You can't go to concerts, sporting events, whatso have you, because of some BS mandate. And it pissed people off. And the main ones that were beating the war drums for this, taking people's rights away, were the Democrats. And people just got sick of it. They got tired of it. This is why I say it's going to be a red wave. And you throw in the war with Ukraine, with Russia and Ukraine, because we're sending these neo Nazis, the Ukrainians, billions of taxpayer dollars every week, probably. Not to mention inflation. Not to mention the price of gas over the spring and over the summer. So combine that with what I just stated that's been going on, and people are just fed the hell up. They're fed up. They're fed up, and you're gonna see it in these polls. I firmly believe. See, it's 3:20 out here on the West Coast, so you still have another 5 hours mainly to midnight, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Oh, no, excuse me, 9 o'clock out here, midnight Eastern time. So we're going to see what goes down. And I've been saying it since March of 2021, and I'm standing firm on it now. The Republic is going to be a red wave across the country. There's going to be a red wave across the country. People are just fed up, man. How much can we take? You're taking our civil liberties away. You're taking our rights away, but yet but you sit up here telling us that you're champion for the people, that you're for democracy. No, the hell you're not. You're for hypocrisy. You're for aristocracy. What you're doing is no different than what Nazi Germany did to their people. Not no, any different than what Stalin did with his people in the early days of the Soviet Union. It's no different. It is no different. And people are just fed up. They're fed up. Like I said, people can't send their children to school. People can't enjoy life. You have to get jabbed. Then you get that jab. Oh, a variant done came. So now you gotta get a booster shot. Another variant came. Now you gotta get another booster shot. Another variant came. Now you get another booster shot and another one and another one. Where does it end? Where the hell does it end? You're nothing but lab rats at this point. And people could die from the jab as well as people who don't get jabbed. As a matter of fact, you're infecting yourself with the coronavirus when you get jabbed. Just like with the flu shot, you're injecting yourself with the flu. We told people this. We told them this. People couldn't see loved ones because, well, you're not jabbed. You're not jabbed. You can't come to Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner. You're not jabbed. Jab, jab, jab. You're not jabbed. Families were breaking up over this. One of my very first videos I did was in April of 2021. I was in Detroit, and I spoke about this. I said these jabs are breaking up families. They're breaking up families over something that doesn't work. If you get the jab, fine. If you don't get the jab, that's fine as well. Why are you letting a white man tell you that you can't have family members over? I bet you his ass have plenty of family members over. Gavin Newsom had his friends over 200 at a dinner. But he wanted to tell us out here in California that we can only have 5 people, 10 people at one time, and his ass got 200 odd people, over 200 people at a gathering. Rules for thee, but not for me. It's crazy. Make it make sense. Before I go any further, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications of when I do videos on here. People are just fed up. It's going to be a red wave. I'm not a Republican. I can't stand it damn Republicans. I can't. They're just as sinister as a Democrats with 3 Ks. Both of them are screwed up. Someone said 2 wings from the same bird. That's exactly right. They are 2 wings from the same bird. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for, yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, I serve this country. I thank you. I'm a real Avenger. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. No doubt. I appreciate that. Word up. Yeah. How's it going, brother? Yeah, you may still wait to see the returns on the West Coast. Yeah, so it's gonna be. I think the polls close out here at 8 o'clock. Is it 8 o'clock? 9 o'clock? I think 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock out here, 11 o'clock your time, wherever you at. So yeah, it's gonna be a red wave. Gavin Newsom will retain his governorship. My home state of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer is going to retain her governorship as governor of Michigan. Brian Kemp, the incumbent. So the incumbents, Gavin Newsom, Gretchen Whitmer, and Brian Kemp down in Georgia, they're going to retain their governorships. Stacey Abrams don't have a snowball's chance in hell. All this dancing she doing, and Obama coming down and campaigning for her, and what's the Kerry Washington doing dance videos with her. It's goofball shit. It ain't gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. It's goofy. It's goofy, and it's so silly and pathetic. It's not gonna do you any good. Brian Kemp is gonna retain his governorship of Georgia. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Raphael Warnock and that 1750 slave he going up against, Herschel Walker, that's neck and neck. That 1750 slave could actually become the senator of Georgia. And that is embarrassing and laughable because Raphael Warnock had Obama come down the weekend before last and campaign for him and this and that and yada yada yada. And it may be null and void. He may lose to a slave. Well, they both slaves, but at least I give Raphael Warnock a little bit of an edge in common sense as far as his intelligence, because Herschel Walker don't have it. He not all there, y'all. Let's just keep it a buck. I mean, he sound like Foghorn Leghorn and Steven from Django. I have a badge. I have a badge. It's a real badge. Him said it wasn't a real badge. It's a real badge. It's a real badge. Mr. Walker. Mr. Walker, you can't, Mr. He said it wasn't a real badge. He said it was, I have a, it's a real badge. That may be the next senator of Georgia. That's how scary it is. But it goes back to what I said. The Democrats have no one to blame but themselves. They have no one to blame but themselves. This is their fault. This is their fault. They want to blame black men, Stacey Abrams. They want to blame black men. We misinformation. That's why your numbers are low, because of misinformation. Chick, are you serious right now? Misinformation? No. You don't want to talk about reparations. You don't want to talk about a black economic plan. You don't want to talk about black fathers, the black home. You don't want to talk about none of that. You want to talk about immigration, LGBTQ plus IA issues, Ukraine, everything under the sun, but what's going on with black people, particularly black men. That's why your numbers are low. And it serves you right. I hope it's a red wave. I'm not Republican, damn it. Let me make that clear. I'm not a Republican. I'm more libertarian. I'm more libertarian. I have conservative views. Yes. That doesn't mean I'm Republican. So I hope the elephant wins tonight, and it will serve the Democrats right. It will serve them right. And I'm gonna laugh my ass off because they brought this on themselves. They brought it on themselves. They're too arrogant. Their arrogance is going to cost them. It's going to cost them, and it's going to cost them in 2024. This is just a precursor of what's going to happen in 2 years. This is just the tip of the iceberg, I believe, of what's going to happen in 2 years. Because Biden is not going to get reelected. I believe Trump is going to get back in there. I don't want him back in there. I do not want Donald Trump back in the White House. Let me just keep that 1,000 on here. No, no, no way. I mean, who else do the Republicans have? Ron DeSantis, Trump goes after him. He's calling them what was the sanctimonious, Ron the sanctimonious. So anyone that in the Republican Party that goes against Trump, he calls them names, and he want to put push people against him. Maryland might have the first black governor. Y'all saw that. Yeah, he bugged dancing. He's a Democrat. That's what they do, bro. That's what they do. Yes, and the Ewoks are more intelligent than Herschel Walker. Hell, my dog is more intelligent than Herschel Walker. And he kind of favors the Ewok a little bit. But I digress. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I mean, it serves them right. It serves the Democrats right. They're going to lose tonight, and they're going to lose in 2024, and they're going to have no one to blame but themselves. And a lot of black people are starting to, particularly black men, are starting to come over to the right. They're starting to come over to the right, slowly but surely. They were doing it in 2020. They wanted to blame, and that was another thing. 2 years ago, they said if Biden didn't win, it was going to be black. It was going to be the fault of black men. 2018, the Dems lost some seats. They blamed it on black men. 2016, Hillary Clinton lost the presidency. They blamed it on black men. Tiffany Cross, she just got canned from MSNBC. And I'm not rejoicing in the fact that she got, canned from there, but it served her right. I have no sympathy for her because she brought it on herself. She want to sit up there and and blame and ridicule black men for not voting for the Democrats, for not taking the lead of black women and voting blue no matter who. She want to blame and ridicule black men, and look what happened. Karma says, you know what? She got axed. So I'm not rejoicing in her being fired from MSNBC, but at the same time, I have no sympathy for her because she brought that on herself. So more power to her. Good luck in your next gig. Why don't you start your own? Do what Rotund Martin is doing. Porky Pig Martin. He started his own little network. That clown. So why don't you go take his route or work with him? I don't know. It'd be Tiffany and Porky. That'd be cute. But yeah, the Dems they're done. They're done. But they don't want to look in the mirror and say, what did we do wrong? Why are we repeating the same thing when it comes to the black community? Why aren't we changing our message? Common sense will tell you, go back to the drawing board, see where you messed up and improve. But no, they don't want to do that. They want to just go with what's been working for them for decades. But also that's our fault. That's not totally on the Dems. That's a lot of black people's fault because you let them get away with it. You don't hold them accountable. Something that Dr. Claude Anderson talks about in, again, this book here, Powernomics. Something that he talks about on page 187. Powernomics. Dr. Claude Anderson says, the worst part of this picture is that Black America has not demanded a quid pro quo relationship. In explaining how Cuban refugees in Miami were able to economically and politically surpass and subordinate Blacks in Miami, within 1 decade, a Cuban told me, we are not like Black people who always march, demonstrate, then beg. We demand what we want. Blacks have petitioned for freedom and equality, but never demanded quid pro quo compensation for their political loyalty, labor, patriotism, or cultural contributions. Powernomics urges Black voters to begin to move towards the politics of patronage for the entire race and not just a few visible Blacks. The practice of political patronage rarely, if ever, presents a problem for non-Black groups because most politicians and political parties understand that they have to reward their supporters. I'm gonna land my plane there with this. Powernomics. That's what I was reading from. This man telling you, he's giving you the blueprint, black people, on how to control your vote. Demand something for your vote. Stop blindly going to these polls because, oh, they're Democrat and they're black, I'm gonna vote for them. What are they giving you? What are they giving us? Are they giving us a damn thing? No, they're not. This man wrote this book. When did he write this? Hold on. 2001, 21 years ago. And nothing has changed with us as far as voting. Nothing. The man gave you the damn blueprint. The man is almost 90 years old. Dr. Claude Anderson is 87 years old. Give this man his flowers while he's here, y'all. Go to powernomics.com. Powernomics.com. Powernomics, this word here, .com. Buy his books. That money from you buying his books, that money goes to him. It goes to his foundation, the Harvest Foundation. It helps Dr. Anderson. Support him. Support this elder while he's still among us. Give him his flowers while he's here, y'all. The man is 87 years old. Go to powernomics.com and purchase his books. Do not go on Amazon. Do not go on Amazon. Go on powernomics.com and purchase his books. They're all there. Powernomics, Black Labor, White Wealth, American History Reader, and Dirty Little Secrets 1 and 2. All his books are there. He's giving us the blueprint. That's why he wrote these books. Only room I know something to do with what's not going. Yeah, McDonald's menu, Popeyes, Wendy's, all of above. He looks like he lives on fast food. But I'm telling y'all, I think it's going to be a blue wave tonight. I mean, a blue wave. I think it's going to be a red wave tonight. I believe it's going to be painted blood red across the country, with the exceptions of incumbents in California and Michigan, as far as the governorships there. But in Maryland, maybe the brother went there, but he's buck dancing. That's what they do. That's what they do. They buck dance. 20-piece chicken meal. Yeah, of course he's not FBI. Of course not. I mean, it serves him no purpose. At this point, I'm not surprised. I have no faith in black people in politics. My faith in them waned after Obama, who consequently, who by the way, didn't do a damn thing for the black community. Obama didn't do nothing for black people. Nothing. So it's going to be a red wave. And like I said, the Democrats have no one to blame but themselves, like in 2016 when Hillary lost to Trump. No one to blame but themselves. But they're so arrogant. They're so stupid. And it's going to cost them. It's going to bite them in the butt. And rightfully so. And it serves their asses right. They're so damn arrogant that they will not admit they're wrong. They want to stick with the same blueprint when it comes to us. And we should say, you know what? Nope. Like I say, if you want to vote, vote. If you don't want to vote, don't vote. I'm going to say something that the late, great George Carlin said, the comedian George Carlin. If you don't vote, you can complain. If you do vote, you can't complain. I'm going to repeat myself. If you don't vote, if you do not vote, you can complain. If you do vote, you cannot complain because you voted for the mess. So you have no right to complain. You voted for the crap. You voted for the quagmire. You voted for it. So why are you complaining? You knew the game. Oh, well, they didn't tell me. You didn't do your due diligence. You didn't do your research. That's on you. That sound like a you problem, not a me problem. Now, if you don't vote, you can't complain because you don't want to be caught up in the mess. It's like I have nothing to vote for. They're full of crap. They're full of crap. Why should I cast my vote for any one of these fools? So you have every right to complain. People get it twisted. And I see people telling people social media, vote, 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 vote. Like I said on my Twitter and on my Facebook timelines, voting the voting is not the be all end all. It is not the be all end all. It is not. Our ancestors did not die for us to have a right to vote. They died for us to have a right to be free. And Lord knows that voting does not free you. I'm going to repeat myself. Our ancestors did not die for us to have a right to vote. They died for us to have a right to be free. And Lord knows that voting does not free us. It does not. It just keeps us further oppressed, especially if you don't demand anything for your votes. And I'm going to land my plane there. It's going to be a red wave tonight. Could I be wrong? Of course, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. And I said this in March of 2021, and my brother can confirm it. And the Democrats have no one to blame but themselves. And I'm gonna leave it there. And it serves them right. On that note, y'all take care of yourselves. Be safe out here. Keep your head on the swivel. Please be safe. Brothers as well as sisters, please be safe. Be aware of your surroundings. Beware and be aware of your surroundings. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Take care of each other. Thank you for the love and support. I appreciate it. Like I always say, we don't have to agree, but let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Let's do that, y'all. Love y'all. Thank you for your support. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. And drop your comments below and let me know what you think. All right, y'all. Till next time, I love y'all. God bless and take care. Peace and blessings.